How old was Alfie when you found out about his condition?
We first learned about it when he was still in hospital because he was born really prematurely. He was born at 29 weeks, and we found out probably around 4 or 5 weeks old that he had some brightness on his brain, which would probably mean he would have cerebral palsy. So yeah,
Right, so it's very early on then.
Yeah, so really quite early they warned us that there was a strong possibility that that was going to happen.
Yes. Yeah.
And we were actually told properly when he was about 10 months old that yes, that's what he had. So
yeah, of course that was young. Obviously, how much, if you get this operation, how much will actually change yours and Alfie's lives?
Oh, it would be amazing. Just for him to, be able to walk from one room to another, go and get a toy he wants.
So he will be able to walk.
Yeah,
completely unaided.
Yeah, it's got a 100% success rate. And basically, some children are running now. Families could never have ever imagined that. I'm not expecting him to do that, but just to be able to go from one room to another and be independent and go and get a drink if he wants a drink, or because it basically gets rid of the spasticity in the muscles, which causes stiffness.
Yes.
And that then allows the muscles to work properly and become stronger, so that he can walk. He'll be able to walk.
Yeah.
And do the things he wants to do.
What does Alfie like to do in his spare time when he's not doing all of his physio?
He loves swimming. He loves playing with his friends. Absolutely loves anything to do with cars.
Right.
Like the film cars in general, engines, wheels.
Yes.
He gets really excited about things like that. He's got a whole tub of cars in his bedroom. So anything with wheels and engines, he's really happy. He loves books. He's sort of just getting into his iPad and games on the iPad, and he's got an older cousin who likes doing the racing games, and he's into all that as well. So.
Oh, that's good. I can hear his iPad or music going on there.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. What does the operation actually involve?
Basically, they have to go into an area in the spine. Maisie, excuse me. They have to go into an area in the spine, and they take a piece of the bone away, and they cut the fibres that are sending too many messages to certain muscles in his body. Right. And they will cut those, and then that will stop that from happening. And then it allows other muscles to come into play and work properly. And obviously, when so many messages are being sent to certain muscles, that's what's causing all the stiffness. Maisie.
You've got to be quiet.
You've got to be quiet a minute. If you carry on, you have to go in your room.
Lastly, just a quick one. How does everyone's support for the Alfie O'Neill cause sort of make you and your family feel? Is it?
Totally amazed. I can't believe how hard the girls at the moment, they're organising the Alpha Fest. I can't believe how hard they're working and how dedicated they are, giving up their own family time to come out in evenings and meet people, have meetings with people. On the phone, on the computer, they're just amazing. I can't believe they're doing it for our little boy.
Yeah.
It's just totally overwhelming. It really is.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I just can't believe it that they want to help so much.
Yeah.
Because I've only really known them since September, since Alfie started school with their children.
Yes.
And the fact that they're doing all this to help him is just, well, it is. It's just like, I've said it before, it's like someone's just picked our family up and given us a hug. And so we're going to help you. It's taken so much pressure away, because you're obviously thinking, how are we going to get this money? How are we going to do this? And there's times you feel really alone.
Yes.
But like having them around us it's just been great.
How much have you actually raised so far for the
New Year's Eve party they raised £12,000. If we go to America, we need £50,000. But we are also exploring the option of having the operation done in this country.
Oh, they do it in this country?
They do it in this country, but you still have to pay for it.
Right.
And we've heard that you're looking at £35,000. We don't know if that includes physiotherapy or not, because that's the only thing about the UK, is the support of getting all the physio afterwards.
Yes.
So there could be that includes physio, or not. We were looking at raising money to also give Alfie constant physiotherapy afterwards as well.
Yes, so you will need, obviously, even after the operation, he's going to need...
You have to have the physio in order to help the operation do its job, really. Yeah. Because it makes the operation will make his muscles weak, but you can strengthen muscles. So this is where why he needs lots of physio afterwards to help, you know, with that. And the results, well, we've seen it. We've seen lots of other children that have had it done. It's just amazing.
Oh, wow.
So, and Alfie's in only 2% of children with cerebral palsy can actually have this operation, and Alfie's within that 2%. We recently went up to Great Ormond Street on Friday, and they said he was almost there, but they wanted him to become a little bit stronger before they do the operation, because it will help him afterwards if he's strong enough in the first place.
Yes.
It will help him afterwards with the physio and to get rid of the operation more quickly. Apparently America would do it now, but Alfie would have to basically just live and breathe physiotherapy the whole time, and it wouldn't allow him to be a little boy and do some of the things he enjoys doing, and it could also compromise any movement he has now. Yeah. So yeah, if waiting another year is not a problem. Maisie, can you be Maisie? Can you come away? Sorry.
It's all right.
Maisie. Yeah. So having the operation now would compromise him a little bit. So a case of waiting another year, you know, is fine. We can cope with that. And he's having Botox in some of his muscles to help him become stronger as well and be able to do more things. So, yeah, they said he's almost there, but not quite. Yeah, but it's not a no, it's just a not yet. So hopefully this time next year we'll be looking at a definite yes.
And they don't do anything like this on the NHS then?
No, Alfie's consultant has appealed 3 times on Alfie's behalf, because we're not allowed to do it. It's got to be through his consultant. Right. And Maisie, can you watch the light? Yeah, he's appealed 3 times on Alfie's behalf, and the local primary care trust just won't fund it. They almost look at it as a luxury. From the letters they've sent, it's almost like they're looking at it as though we're asking for plastic surgery, not for a little boy to change his life and help him walk. Yeah. And we know it's not just us. It's other families as well. Yeah. So you know, in our case, and it's a postcode lottery as well. So certain places in the country, the local primary care trust can't do enough to help. But unfortunately, we're in an area where they just won't help you, and they say no. So, and one of their excuses was that they didn't know enough about the operation. But it's been done for 30 years in America with a 100% success rate. So, for me, that basically tells you everything. So.
Well, it's a life-altering operation. It's a matter of being able to walk or not.
But I mean, I know it's not a miracle. If you don't expect too much, whatever happens afterwards is a bonus. Yes. Even if he can walk with sticks or a frame, you know, just for him to just go where he wants to go and not have to depend on people getting him around. Yes. You know, because as he's getting older, he's compos mentis. He's just, you know, has physical problems. So, you know, I want him to be able to live his life and do the things he wants to do. And that's the frustrating thing, that Alfie is one of those 2% of children, you know, that can have his life changed with this operation. Yes. And, you know, because we're not going to be here forever. So, you know, that's the frustrating thing, that his life could be more normal than what it is. Yeah. But despite all that, he's so happy all the time, most of the time. He
seems very happy.
Yeah, he's really happy. He knows his own mind. Yeah. He's, you know, got lots of friends, which is great. So.
Well, so his little sister helps him out a lot.
Yeah, she can also tease him, can't you, Maisie? She can be a little minx, as you can see.